across the map once again. I have high hopes. I believe.
Okay. I respect that.
Raise your koalas or whatever. What is chat spam nowadays? OC. Oh wait. The one with
OC
the.
will not be silenced.
Yeah, that one with the guy
People
running.
run.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, so everything looks fairly normal across the board here. It is the spellbook picked up by Daystar. There are lots of options for the Veigar Keystone, stuff like the Electrocute, Comet, First Strike. I think taking the spellbook, though, up against the Sedge Rakan means that you can swap to Cleanse, which makes team fighting a lot easier. Even the Jack Stun is really nice, as both junglers look like they're going to start on the bot side once more. Is the double melee range bot?
Ooh, both mid laners trading instantly before the minions have even crashed. Daystar coming out a bit worse for wear on that one.
Yeah, doesn't have the sustain and falls down a little bit further, but was Big Damaski's traded over. Oh, he didn't quite
with the
find
blind
him.
Q onto his bestie, doesn't quite connect. He's just waiting it out.
Oh, just sitting there waiting. All right.
Top lane gameplay.
Such a weird lane. Okay, he's going to chase him down. I mean, he has a lethal tempo.
Yeah, he sacrifices the 3 minions as well, just for this favorable trade. And lived. Getting dropped pretty low already.
Has a corrupting pot sustain, though, so he should be fine, I would expect. And I believe this does go the way of Jax, at least pre-6, so not expecting Larry to kind of come online too early into the game. As Driver yet to pick up a CS, but is certainly asserting dominance.
Benvi, though, getting locked on, finds a great entrance
lots
onto
of
himself.
damage.
Aftershock popped as well, now forced to flash over the Ignite, taking Alan. Is going to get that last hit, though. First blood going over to the side of Impunity. Alan once again finding these early kills, and Bliss put into, unfortunately, another similar position to previous games.
Yeah, that is really weird. We're kind of, okay, hold that thought as Alex, he's going to invade Why Not? Has the red buff advantage.
Oh,
He's onto him.
Why Not once again dropping very low. Red buff might actually get reset here.
Oh.
That's going to be a big slowdown. Oh, doesn't quite reset the whole way. Why Not is going to be the one that picks that one up. Lived is here to back him up as well. They're not going to quite look for the fight.
Yeah, nice by Why Not to be able to pick that up. But going back to the bot lane players, we'll see it in a replay here. I'm not even too sure how this happened. I guess Impunity hit 2 slightly quicker and punished hard. No, okay, it was actually aggressive hook from Benvi that actually started this all off. And it's really bad, I think, for the side of Team Bliss that this happens, because this was your counter pick support, right? You picked Nautilus later, and now you're falling behind in both the bot and the mid lane. Alex actually could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, why
Looks
not?
like he's going to be able to walk out, but look at the CS difference in mid. I mean, just being forced off that wave as Daystar. The tier star into Talia, I think, is normally fine, but after you trade away all your HP at level 1, does make it a lot more difficult, and it's going to be forced into a recall extremely early, and I think Mission for sure has been the most lane dominant mid in the PCS, and really showing that here. Daystar also known as a strong laner, but Mission
Look at Benvi.
getting the better of him. No flash on Benvi.
Oh, I think he's not quite close enough to find the hook angle. Game already. Lots of action. Both supports are roaming away from bot lane before they've even really hit any levels at all.
Yeah, Scuttle Crab does go the way of Alex. Might even look for top. Can sneak in this bush. Liv wards it out barely in time. Flash is committed early. Flash trade, though.
Over follows. He's looking for the stun. Dropping very low here. Is going to survive this one. Actually gets a lot of damage back on the driver on the end of that. Now Why Not is here as well. They're trying to turn this one around. Alex now on the run, but both top jungle duos going to be making it out of here alive. That's a cool Alawi skin. Sorry, I had to point that one out.
It's alright, we're sponsored by Riot Games.
Yeah, go buy that skin, whatever it's called.
It was double flashes that burned from Alex and Driver, only for the flash of Lived, and they didn't even manage to pick up the kills. So overall, it's a little bit better for Lived, and will allow him to crash the wave and reset. And if he can get to that level 6 mark and start turning the matchup in his favor, it can be good. Daystar, he's perhaps too far up. He does have the flash, but might need to use it here.
Nature's walking right past. He does have the flash available as well. Daystar
tries to juke.
Oh, Nature's holding us so long. Forces the flash out from Daystar. Benvi trying to look what he can do as well, but Daystar I think is too low and has too long cooldowns to be able to trade back too effectively. Both supports, they haven't come back bot lane since.
It was really nice presence of mind there from Nature to hold that W for just a little bit longer. Daystar loses flash, which you can ill afford, I think, once you've already started to fall behind. Doesn't have the TP as well. Lemus, he's getting engaged on a little bit by Alan. Will just dash away. And Why Not is going to come mid and help him reset this wave, but it's honestly not the easiest. I mean, Mission has a lot of wave clear, even has the minion demat for the cannon if needed. The shove is connected.
Daystar gets shoved back, gets stunned up. Mission's going to be picking up that kill. Why Not doesn't quite have all the stun stacks on him and is going to make it out, but mid laner, Daystar not going to have the same fate.
Yeah, time and time again, Impunity are just finding those early game leads, and even when Bliss kind of hit their stride in those team fights, have to do so from such a large deficit that it makes it so difficult. Now with that mid and bot priority as well as Daystar being dead, should be the first dragon going the way of Impunity, an Infernal Dragon as well. Definitely really good to pick up. You've got a lot of carries on this roster, so certainly nice to pick up only 6 minutes in the game, giving me CFO vibes a little bit. Our last Shining Hope, though, lived, has it level 6. We've seen what he can do in this matchup before. He's starting to get a little bit of a lead for himself.
Yeah, it's a lot better than level 1, that's for sure. Able to actually wrestle back some control from Driver and kind of suppress him a little bit. But 2 kills to 0 so far. Ultimately, though, Impunity hasn't been able to accelerate this too much, so Bliss are still definitely very much in the game, right?
Yeah, still very much in the game, but I think just the kind of the places they've been put behind, right? Like, Daystar has been such a consistent team fight carry for the side of Team Bliss, and him falling so far behind early game, you know, being delayed on the items, being delayed on the stacks, as well as down a significant amount of CS has been rough. Hook does go wide. Wall's dashed away.
Not having too much luck with these hooks so far, but
Daystar, no flash.
Well, Alex looking once again, stun connects.
Gone.
Oh, shove. Stunned up. He tries to find some stacks from his abilities on the back end, but is going to be picked up by a mission ultimately. Couple of stacks for his Dark Seal. Why not? Trying to see what he can do in return, but no opportunities for him in the bot lane.
I want to quickly bring up the whole reason of taking, I think, Spellbook as Vega here is so you can swap to Cleanse at level 6 against Sejuani. So why did you take the Ignite? Especially when you've got no Cleanse. It feels like, or sorry, no Flash. I feel like that should definitely just be a Cleanse. I'm not sure if he swapped to it for some sort of fight or something, but I feel like going no Cleanse when you have your Flash down is so greedy and is just punished for it. I think if he'd been able to Cleanse out, could have just walked away, but instead gives over another kill and it goes to mission. Had a very solid game on the Taliyah last game and looking like it could just be a repeat performance.
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit dangerous for Team Bliss. They have shown that they can survive on these early game advantages building up full side of Impunity, but definitely doesn't get easier from here on out, and they're really going to have to try and stem the bleeding and claw back some gold. And I think that starts with finding opportunities in the top lane. You know, Lived doing pretty well in the Alawi so far.
Yeah, has found himself a 15 CS lead, and with that top priority, looks like Team Bliss will find themselves something in this game, which is the Herald. I don't think there's any way for Impunity to contest this, and also no trade coming out, so it will just be a clean objective take for the side of Bliss, which is certainly nice, given that you have fallen a little far behind in this early game. I wonder if that ends up being used top, just to accelerate Alawi more and more. Daystar, he has Flash soon, but it's not up quite yet, and still does not have a cleanse to speak of.
Nature's trying to look here, but Daystar wisely hugging the top side. Next to Why Not, making sure that he's staying safe until that Flash comes back up. But meanwhile, Impunity looking to force their way into the bot side. Lima's potentially in danger here. Why Not is coming to try and defend. Envy might actually be the target.
Yeah, they have good tempo on the bot side here. They also have Mission who can come down from mid at any time. This should be a 4v3 if it breaks out.
Yeah, Alex understand what's going on. They make sure to ensure this wave doesn't crash the tower where they might be in trouble. Alex does pick up a Grump for his troubles though.
Yeah, I think Why Not hasn't been spotted out yet. He's going to come through the lane, but again, the Impunity mid jungle's in the river. Why Not spotted?
Oh, Benvi might be able to find something here.
Oh, no.
Yet another minion, but gets the flash for it. Hey, it works out. That's the OC classic.
And Alex dashes into a wall as well, so fumbles all around, but I mean, hey, he actually got the flash for nothing. Yeah, I mean, that was big from Benvi.
Look, results-based analysis, it was a win for Oceania.
Yeah, based on a milk pill for sure. They are going to push this wave in the mid lane. Why Not still in the bot side, and he has ult. They're going to look on Daystar once again, who does not have the cleanse.
Stun connects once again. They're going to get shut back, stunned up. Alex actually flashing randomly, but Why Not is here to try and defend. Cyclone flashes, hits Mission, dropped it very low. Why Not is going to pick this one up. Shut down for him. Now looking towards Alex, but too healthy for them to chase down instead. Getting this wave, and that's a big kill for Why Not. Big shutdown, and punishing Mission and Alex.
Yeah, nice counter gank there. Coming out from Why Not, Alex does not have the flash, although Benvi maybe committed a little too hard.
Sick of hooking minions, chooses to hook the wall instead, but actually hooks the champion this time. Nature. What the hell does that mean? Liv actually looking in. Counter-Strike doesn't get the stun, so Liv might actually be able to find something here, but...
Oh, top lane is so low.
Yeah, they're swapping sides. Lots of tentacles around in that area, though. Driver actually tanks one.
That doesn't look fun. He's going to be able to reset here. Liv, though, I mean, he's finding himself the lead. Let's take a look at replay mid. So, initial engage mid, I think, is good, but they don't have a whole lot of damage between them. And I think Alex flashes to try predict the flash, but instead... You know, Daystar just flashes down. And Mission, I guess, after committing flash forward, is just chased down by Wynot. So shutdown picked up, as well as the Herald able to be dropped mid. So nice pickup there for Bliss. And this is, the way they've achieved it is perhaps a little off, but they have a fairly even early game here, right? We wanted more stable early game. I don't think we got that. But down only 200 gold, I think that's fine. And while you are down 2 drags, there's still, you've got a winning top matchup. You've got scaling in your mid and AD. And actually have a small gold lead for themselves, which is the only one I believe they've had this early in the game all series. So are Bliss favored to win? I'm still not sure, but they have a chance.
Have some faith, man. They're looking good. They've clawed it back. Oh, but as I say that, Nature looking in, finds great entrance onto 2. Liam is going to get followed up on by Atlan. Not quite enough damage, though. Might be able to kite this one out. Good amount of damage on the receiving end of that. But the wave is crashing. They're going to need Wynot to come in and help them collect this wave. Liam is very, very low. Has to be careful not to get caught by a straight Kaiser W.
Yeah, Alan's looking for it.
Benvy has ultimate now, though. Alan could be a little bit too far extended. Benvy has flash. Ooh, they're not going to go for it. Now
Daystar around mid again. Daystar has no flash.
Yeah, they really don't like Daystar being alive in the mid lane. Alex going a long way around, trying to see if he can catch him off guard. Edge goes down, see if he can dodge the stun. Not quite going to get stunned up yet again. No cleanse available, but why not finding Mission? Taken down by Benvy, finding Nature as well. He's going to be next to fall. Daystar doesn't quite pick that one up, but double kill for Benvy.
Okay, yeah, nice here out of the side of Team Bliss. I feel like, oh yeah, as we have a top lane fight.
Has popped the ultimate. Oh, Driver's actually sidestepping so many of these tentacles. Doesn't sidestep those ones. Lived actually going to get taken down in the end. Losing out on that 1v1. Driver just so menacing on the Jax, but still... Very, very even game state across the map.
It is even game state, but it's definitely not even top lane. Driver is just better. There's no other way about it. As we see this fight around the mid jungle again, I think Mission, I guess they didn't know Wynot was in this bush, and then he found himself kind of in trouble with no flash. Really nice punish from Bliss here on the bot side. It's kind of unfortunate, I think, that Benvy picked up both the kills, but even just saving Daystar from dying is really, really big. Take a look at this top lane fight. Driver, he dodges the initial Alawi E and then takes that as his permission to engage. He dodges literally everything and then just takes him out. So, I mean, Driver, he's been such a force for them.
Oh, Lemus. I mean, trouble has that big blast going to get him out of there.
Once again, by the way, first tower goes the way of Driver. Purely 1v1. He can't keep getting away with it. Takes all 5 plates by himself, despite Team Bliss being the ones that pick up the Herald. I mean, it's just a top difference.
Driver, as always, finding these leads for himself. We have to see if he can translate it into something more for the side of Impunity, but we're looking towards the bot side as well. Envy kind of alone for now. But Alan and Nature not going to look to try and punish that. And Liv's trying to get revenge for his tower as well. Why? Oh, I don't think he quite has enough to finish it.
I think he got it.
Driver's here.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh,
ooh, is he in trouble though? This is the long boy blast cone.
The long boy indeed. Liv. He's going to spot him out on the ward, but let's see if this devolves into a fight.
If he can hit the E, he hits the E.
Liv finds the E, finds the ultimate as well, dropping so many tentacle slams down onto Driver, finds the slow as well. Might be to chase this one down. No flash available for Liv though. So they are going to give up that one, but in return, that means that a lot of pressure is generated for this Rift Herald. Team Bliss staying in it, and you have to assume it's going to go mid to try and break that one down.
Most likely, yeah. Although maybe, actually looking towards the top side.
Oh, Benvy.
Flash trade. Alex is forced to flash away. Looks like in the meantime, bot tower is going to get picked up by Atlan. Maybe can't quite get it. It's 600 gold. I hope he hits it, but yeah. Okay, dodges out.
Nature's here as well.
Wow. Okay, actually ended up shared, so perhaps not optimal, but I'm going to drop it top.
Yeah, Team Bliss, though, trying to find what they can on the other side of the map. Wynot ends up on the wrong side of the wall, has the decoy to get himself over, but Slam does have to flash away, but isn't going to be so lucky with the Sejuani ultimate coming out. Mission picking up his revenge onto Why Not.
Yeah, a little unfortunate to Why Not. I mean, maybe he expected to be put on the other side of the wall. Not totally sure what happened there. Was mid tower picked up here for Daystar, and gold lead, certainly not insurmountable, right? Down 1.5k. 2 dragons, though, for the side of Impunity, and only 40 more seconds on the third drag. I think Team Bliss, whether they want to or not, are going to have to contest this one.
I think that mid tower down for Team Bliss is pretty big for them around this dragon. If they can secure enough mid prio to really muscle their way into the river, they need to make sure that they're trying to leverage that as much as possible. Chemtech Drake up in 20 seconds. Why Not back on the map as well? Daystar is TP available too. Likely going to be a 5v5 with this dragon.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to avoid this kind of team fight. Most likely we'll even bring Liv down to it. He's here already. Daystar is resetting. We'll be able to TP back in. It is Team Bliss that currently hold the control. The TP comes in from Daystar. Mission's going to push this bot side and has really found good Weaver's walls to kind of break up the fight.
Ooh.
Looks like it's being pulled out. There's lots of different angles being held here by Impunity, though.
Yeah, this looks really dicey. Weaver's wall, as you said, not available. Draken dropping to half HP. Driver's waiting in the wings. So is Alex. Nature finding an engage. Finds a grand entrance. Not quite. Vega Cage going to keep him locked down, but Lemus over the wall, trying to find any auto attacks at all, but Atlan going to try and hone in on him, lock him down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the river, Daystar finds Driver. They find the Alawi damage onto Alex as well, and Impunity actually on the run. Team Bliss seemingly coming out on top, but they only have 3 members available now.
Yeah, Why Not's dead as well.
Hook finds him. Benvi is going to drop down. Atlan on the killing spree now. Liv and Daystar, the only 2 remaining members of Team Bliss, and I think Impunity going to have to give this one up. So definitely A with Team Bliss. Definitely not optimal, but not too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't clean, but I think you definitely take it for sure. I'd really like to see the damage graphs for that fight because I feel like Liv did a whole heap of damage in that team fight, but it's kind of hard to tell. Now, Driver, he has this initial flank, which looks really good, but I feel like the initial engage from Impunity wasn't the best. The cage from Vega really delayed a lot of this and bought so much time for Alawi just to kind of hit for free. Lemus, unfortunately, I think kind of passed too far away from his team and was ultimately a non-factor in this fight. Liv, though, he hit both E's as well as found a reasonably good ult. The cages from Daystar were good. So the members of Team Bliss mostly are doing well, but they're not all doing well at the same time, right? And that's what you really need. You need a team fight where all 5 of your players kind of execute correctly, and then you can kind of come out on top. But it felt like in that fight, I mean, yeah, okay, it was pretty much a lived 1v9, despite falling so far behind in the 1v1. Still doing a great job in the team fights. Benvi, no flash.
On the right side of the wall. It's actually going to dodge out most of those abilities, and it's just going to walk that one off. And Benvi on the node list, finding so many plays. He did pick up those 2 kills mistakenly earlier, but in that dragon fight as well, crucially finding that kill onto Alex and ensuring that they are able to pick up that 3rd dragon for themselves. Looking to be a key player for the side of Team Bliss.
It is Atlan, though, now who has the Navori so early. 3-0-1 on the Kai'Sa. It's looked very, very good both times it's been picked. Now, where do Impunity go from this? They've already got 2 towers bot, so there isn't a whole lot the Driver can actually take down there. Maybe instead you just keep playing towards these dragon team fights. It's kind of difficult, though. I think team fight combo is pretty good here for the side of Team Bliss. Daystar drops the cage. That will be on really cooldown.
Driver, once again, exerting so much pressure in these side lanes. He's so menacing. Able to generate so many advantages for the side of Impunity. Meanwhile, Mission is going to be matched up against Liv now on the top side.
Oh, he hits the shove. Not a lot of damage, though. Doesn't look like a whole lot is going to happen here, at least for a while. I think we're kind of going to end the lull state here where there's not really much that can be done. No real objectives up other than this this Baron and then Dragon in 2.5 minutes. Towers don't really seem accessible. Maybe Impunity could look for that tier 1 mid, but it is kind of difficult, at least for the moment. Most likely, instead, we'll just be playing towards what is going to be the 3rd dragon here. Impunity, though, they're looking to take a little bit of this topside jungle. They could maybe find an engage on Nalimus while he still does not have the flash. Does have the cleanse available, though.
If he's on vision, he might get picked off here by Nature and Mission. He's going to find the shove and the knock up, and he's just going to get popped just like that. No chance to pop the aftershock for himself to try and get himself to safety. And Impunity now turning their sights towards the Baron. I think it's hard for them to finish this, but they're likely going to try and turn this into a fight and force Team Bliss to walk in and face check. Nature waiting in the wings.
Ooh, TB comes in from driver as well. It's very difficult for Team Bliss to walk up to this, and I think Baron's just going to go down. It's already so low.
Oh, Daystar's getting it done. Oh my. Blue team slays the Baron Nashor, and Team Bliss are in shambles now. Daystar drops almost instantly. Lima's trying to find what he can as well, but going to get charmed up and ultimately taken down by Mission here. And Driver now dropped very low, but Alex is here to save the day. Lived trying to see what he can do as well. Why not dropping down and Lived? Unfortunately, this Kai'Sa is just so damn strong. Atlan, he's cleaning up.
He really is, and I think now game is looking really, really rough for Bliss. They fall so far behind. They all die. Baron is given over. Tier 2 drops mid. I think Tier 2 will drop top as well. And I feel like Bliss are just here way too late. Daystar, I'm not even sure what he's up to here. He's trying to steal, but just ends up dying. And now they have no chance of winning the fight. The Vega cage is so essential to doing anything here. And once they're engaged on, there's no peel tools. Lima's taken out in rather short order. It really is just down to Livs, but can kind of be CC'd. And Atlan's so accelerated. Can take him down so quickly. So it felt like Bliss weren't really on the same page there. Did they want to contest? Did they want to try and back off? And that all started with Benvy being caught over the wall. Just kind of strength to strength here, though, for the side of Impunity. And as now, for the third game, a Medjai is picked up by Mission.
Oh, Benvy finds the flash hook, trying to redeem himself, finds the knocklips as well. Nature isn't able to save him. Shut down for Lima's Team Bliss. They're not giving up yet. They're trying to find a way back into this game. Chemtech Drake coming up in 15 seconds now. It's going to be so hard for Impunity to try and contest this.
Now I think Impunity have to give it up. It was a really nice flash hook there from Benvy. Managed to take down Atlan and give the shutdown over as well. Are Impunity going to try fight this? I'd be surprised. I mean, they do have themselves a pretty big gold lead, but a 4v5 doesn't seem worth it. I think they're going to give it Missions on the top side.
Yeah, Alex might look for a steal here potentially. His life isn't worth too much in this scenario since there aren't too many objectives on the map, but Liv's going to try and dissuade as much as possible.
Yeah, I think just give it over. Okay, so once again, you know, despite falling very far behind Bliss, they find themselves at least a little bit of a reprieve in this game. A shutdown, I believe, was picked up by Lemus. I wasn't totally sure, but pretty much anyone is on in here would be good.
Still in the Dragon Pit. This might be a good fight for them. Nature is forcing Grand Entrance out, but not before he gets picked off by Why Not with that, the long boy, I don't know, monkey stick? I don't know
long boy monkey stick. That's a new sentence, but why were Alex and Nature there? I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, the dragon was already dead, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, they must have. I don't know how they ended up there, but again, nice picks for Bliss. It always feels like this happens, though, and it just ends up being too little too late as they fall so far behind consistently in that early game. They are now 2 drags to 2, though. And they're starting to hit the stride on the carries, right? Daystar, he's getting towards that Rabadon's third. Lemus will be looking towards the Navori next. I want to see, yeah, why were these dudes here? That's what we got to figure out. So
why were these dudes here?
The dragon is down. Okay, so they're just trying to cancel bases, I think was the play. Or maybe they felt like surely they didn't feel like they had the damage, right?
Yeah, this is a bit weird. I'm not too sure what they're going for. I guess they just assumed Team Bliss had vanished off the face of the earth, but they were still around, kind of falling in like the Avengers. Daystar picks up a kill for himself as well.
It did just end up being a freebie pretty much. Side of Team Bliss. I wonder if Daystar can pick up his Rabadons before the next team fight. Makes a pretty big difference. Obviously, Vega uses the AP so well. We might see a fight on mid.
Oh, Alex with the drive by the Johnny Ultimate does force Lemus to pop his cleanse rather.
So he won't have that. Or actually, I think he will have it up for Dragon. Looks like they're going to try pressure this bot side. Again, no real objective up for a while. And the goal difference, while still in Impunity's favor, has been somewhat stabilized from the side of Team Bliss. They're not bleeding so much as they were before, but still feel like they're on the back foot. The carries are getting strong, though.
I feel like all the carries on Team Bliss are still definitely very much a threat. You know, Lived dishing out so much damage when he finds those souls pulled. But Impunity, they're forcing down this turret so hard. Benvy trying to find a knockup. Nemus pops his ultimate as well. They're trying to chase down, but there's not too much space made for them. Why not Daystar just a little bit too far away? They are going to scare them off the inhibitor turret for now. And Lemus, he really wants his Navori Quick Blades ASAP before this next fight kicks off.
He does, yeah. And I think the fact that they managed to burn the Kai'Sa Ghost is definitely a win. While the bot tower did take quite a bit of damage, it doesn't go down for now. And everything, I think, will come down to this next team fight. I'm pretty sure whoever wins this will probably end up winning the game off it, and most likely it should go the way of Impunity. I guess if Bliss end up winning the fight somehow, they probably do have a couple more fights ahead of them, as we kind of saw earlier on. It's not the most unwinnable fight ever, though, I don't think. Like, while they're down 5k gold, I think both their carries are very strong, and they have sums. Still, though, Atlan is an absolute monster on the Kai'Sa, and they have to find a way to deal with him, because while they have the Wukong Veigar, it's not as guaranteed as something like, you know, the Galio Rakan that we saw earlier, or something like the Vi and the Veigar. Atlan, though, he's posturing pretty aggressively, does not have his Ghost.
A-Star has opted for the cleanse now as well with his spellbook.
Yeah, I like it.
Neema still has half the cooldown up on his, or down on his rather, so it's not going to be up quite in time before this Baron's buff spawns, but I think it will be up by the time a fight breaks out. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it should be. It's only a minute 16 on the next drag. I guess maybe if Impunity try and force Baron right now, which, I mean, they did before, so they certainly could again, but that was after they made a pick on the Benvi.
Well, why not? Might be in trouble here.
Ooh, okay.
He goes again once again.
Yeah, Glacial Prison is wasted.
Yeah, they're trying to find a pick, but why not get a bit of them this time? And it does give them a little bit more space to move around with, right? Not having that Sejuani ultimate available does mean that Team Bliss are a little bit less scared to walk in here. Benvi and Why Not trying to get vision. The Baron buff is already at half HP, though. It does get spotted out, so Team Bliss are very much aware of this. Lift has TP out, but Impunity going to back off without too much threat.
Nice by Bliss there, I think, to delay that being taken. It's quite difficult, obviously, to face check these bushes, but managed to play it well. Looks like the Baron will be diffused, at least for now. But third Dragon for both teams, spawning in only 25 more seconds. Lift is the one who's getting priority in this bot lane, has the tentacles set up as well. Rabadon's now completed for Daystar. Navori too coming in for Lemus. So if you have a winnable fight for Bliss, this is it. You have to win this one, otherwise you're probably going to find yourself giving over the Baron. They even have the control, so I wonder... I think Impunity are going to look to trade Baron, given that they haven't looked for setup in this area instead. Yeah, they've got members moving towards Baron. TP comes in immediately, so they're bringing Bliss away from their control.
Team Bliss, so they're not interested so far. I think they might... Oh, actually, they're finding an engage. Nate's actually dropping very low, knocked airborne, doesn't quite get picked off by Lemus. Now trying to do as much damage as he can, get stunned up. Is going to get picked off, not quite. Jumps over the wall, but Alan is quick to follow. Now Daystar is a target. They're chasing him down, flashes over the wall to get away. Lived. He's here, but it's a little bit too late.
Really was. I think really smart decision by Impunity to decide to start at this Baron and pull Bliss away from the comfort and the control that they have around that Dragon. I want to say as well, while it was 5,000 damage put out by Atlan's Kai'Sa, Driver, he's my go. He found another amazing stun on the Jax. I think it will actually be the third Dragon picked up here for Liv. He's slowing it down, although maybe does not have the damage. Driver might try and push them off it. I think this belongs to Bliss.
Why Not here for extra support? Might not be without a fight, though. Driver is definitely more than confident to jump in here. Why Not is going to find the smite, but is going to get taken down likely. Driver now looking towards Liv. Oh my, this
he's my go. He's my go right there.
He's disgusting. Level 17 on the Jax. Lethal tempo fully stacked. He is a menace.
Let's take a look at what on earth happened here. So I think they find the initial engage onto Nature, but they can't kill him before he gets the ult off. And pay attention to Driver with this flash stun. Gets onto Lemus, who then is immediately forced to cleanse and then gets Glacial Prison straight afterwards. It's pretty much just chased down, and Atlan puts on the finishing touches in the back line. They started flashed away. I think he actually did end up living, yeah. But it was the Baron, and now the bot inhib going the way of Impunity. Mid tower will be sieged next. Can they defend? Backs against the wall. Will they go down 0-3?
We'll lift this up in 10 seconds, but the Baron buff is just so scary. Benvi dropping the ultimate instantly onto Atlan, but no one is going to be able to follow up on that. Turning the sights to Alex instead, but he's just so tanky. Why Not drops very low now? Nature trying to look for a return kill. Atlan jumps in straight into the back line, dodges out from Liv. Daystar finds a kill for himself. Now Atlan drops very low. Tentacles are actually going to find him. Shut down, going over to Liv. And Team Bliss might just still be in it. Driver is still alive, though. This is really difficult. Daystar trying his best to try and clear these waves, but that's 3 inhibs down now. As soon as these supers start rolling in, it's going to look a little bit rough. 20-second timers for the side of Team Bliss. Let's see if Impunity can actually edge their way into these Nexus towers. Mega Cage goes down. Lemus is on the right side this time. It's going to jump over, though. I think Team Bliss might be able to defend against this one. Lemus has to be careful not to get caught by the shove.
Oh, there's 3 cannons, though. It's just being sieged down.
They're hammering away at the tower. Daystar gets pulled in, but is going to survive this time. Ooh, the tower, I think it's just barely going to live.
Oh, wow.
Still
okay.
hope.
They hold on
still
for
hope.
now. But that's 3 inhibs down, and then Nexus Tower down to extremely low health. And again, most importantly, 20 stacks on the Medjais here for mission. BT is completed by Atlan, who does not have summons for this fight, so maybe a window in for the side of Team Bliss. But now down so much gold. And even with these relevant spikes, I'm not sure it matters at this point. I feel like a lot of this game did hinge on how this top lane matchup went. And once Driver was able to find that solo kill, find the top tower, you know, is now 2 levels up, 1 between the enemy top jungle, and it's just uncontestable in this side lane.
I do think that Daystar, though, is looking really scary on the Vega once again. On those late game scaling AP carries, right? He's got so many stacks now, fighting so much damage. Just obliterating those minions as well. Just kind of goes to show how much Impunity need to watch out for this. And it is Team Bliss's ticket back into the game. He has been playing these fights pretty well so far.
Okay, I think Impunity now, they can just walk in these waves of supers. It's very hard. Like, while there is wave clear, can you wave clear against 3 waves of supers? It's pretty hard. I feel like Bliss have to engage early. Atlan should be the target. No flash, no goes. Benvi has flash very soon. If he can get the flash onto Atlan.
Oh, no.
Benvi, I'm not sure he wants to be there.
He's in a bit of a spot of bother. Does get instantly popped by Mission. He's on a rampage. Now Lemus popping his ultimate Daystar. Forced to walk back. Driver zoning away. Now Lift is going down as well. Now Daystar is the target. Why not trying to buy as much time as possible? But it's too little, too late. Daystar stunned up. Stuns Driver himself, actually, but not going to be able to pick up this kill. Actually goes going towards the end, but 5 remaining members for Impunity. 1 remaining for Team Bliss. Daystar, he's not quite going to be enough. Picks up a kill, no.
Oh,
at least get the kill.
tragic.
Oh, he doesn't get the kill.
Wow.
At least he survives. Oh, there we go.
Kill.
That's a kill. We take those. But Impunity taking this series 3-0 against Team Bliss tonight.
Yeah, 3-0 sweep. I can't say the overall result of Impunity winning was super unexpected, but I am a little surprised by how one-sided it was. I think that Bliss, while, you know, game 1 you could maybe write off to being the draft on the blue side, I think pretty much got what they want. Their bread and butter on both of the other red side games. And unfortunately, we're just kind of outplayed individually, right? Is that the Jax? I think that's Jax.
I think it is. Oh, wait, that's him dodging the tentacle as well.
Wait, that's his 1v1? Oh my god. No, I love that guy.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Driver really a huge key player for them. Once again, you know, dominating in the side lane by himself, no jungle intervention needed at all. And really just, you know, setting the pace for his team.
I think it's tough as well for Bliss for what you take away from that, because when you do just get outclassed individually, like obviously there are things they can do as a team, right? But it felt like individual skill was a major factor in this series, and that's something that's very hard to improve on before you play a next series in just a couple days, right? There's not really a way to just level up your players in that time, and it kind of felt like, you know,